Every morning, we rise, ready to meet our human potential, to take that next incremental step, to do the hard work that changes. Set in our preparedness and confidence in that moment when you know, I've got this. And then we rise. Each of us, all of us. We rise as passions coalesce in research, art, athletics, and beyond. We rise to the challenge of inquiry and discovery through undergraduate research and hands-on learning. We rise through the personal attention of a small college fueled by large university resources. We rise to the need for listening across differences, teaching the art and the act of conversation. We rise to the sounds of a vibrant, diverse, and culturally rich city, and we reflect it. At Trinity University, we recognize that you are here because you are ready to rise. And through a love of learning and a life of learning, we will challenge you to always reach beyond the horizon. Because your future awaits.
Another match in San Antonio. It's match number 3 of the San Antonio SAA pod. 4 matches day 1. This is the 3rd. Over halfway finished. It is the Barry College Vikings versus the Rhodes College Lynx. Lynx coming off of a strong win over Center College. Barry reeling after a tough sweep by the hands of the host school, Trinity. The two teams on different trajectories currently. We've had a while to rest, so hopefully Rhodes having to play that back-to-back match doesn't come back to bite them too much. It'll be an interesting one. Of course, Barry has the record advantage and the national notoriety, but Rhodes trying to put themselves on the map. It was a strong win against Center. I think we're gonna have another good match here. Barry fans have traveled well. They are ready for the Texas style of volleyball. Very peppy team. Rhodes looking to get business done. I mean, they took care of Center. 2 players to watch out for on the Lynx. It's Meg Gebhardt and Izzy Samu. Both had 16 kills. That is number 10 and number 12 for the Lynx. Well, watch out for them because they were very, very good, to say the least. Meanwhile, on the other side of the equation, might want to look out for on this Vikings team. That's Kira Kruk at 10 kills in the match against Trinity. It's in that losing effort. It was just tough for both. It was just tough for a lot of players for Barry going up against that Trinity defense. They did very well. We're underway in this match. Bump set. The tip is picked up by Wiseman. Swung into the net. It'll be point Rhodes to start us off. The swing from Callie Armstead into the net. The serve coming up from Hope Worley. Strong serve. It goes off the platform a bit odd. Down ball sent over. Going to Samu. And Izzy Samu gets the kill. Rhodes will start off with a 2-0 advantage. So solid start for Rhodes College. Back set, the swing, and that'll be the first kill for a Barry Viking. That one coming at the hands of Maddie Whitehead. Player looking to have a better match for herself in this one. Last time against the Tigers, couldn't get out of the negatives. Using this as a bounce back match opportunity. Back set. It was a good swing. Was there a touch? No, there was not. So Isabella Katinsky ends up swinging out. It's tied up now. Barry 2, Rhodes 2. Another serve for Barry coming up from Laura Underwood, but it is a bit long. Rhodes up 3-2. Double substitution for the Lynx. It's number 6 and number 16. Number 6 is Maggie Lukemeyer, and number 16 is Luca Prest. Prest had a very nice match behind the service line against the Colonels. We'll see if the Vikings can do a little better on their serve receive. Nice serve receive. Swing is off the antenna very clearly. Antenna couldn't swing more if it wanted to. 4-2. So the Lynx right now doubling up the Vikings, but still very early on. And the Vikings will get a freebie immediately with that service error. So we rotate the rotation. Andrea Hurt back to serve for Barry. Had a busy day at the libero position against Trinity. Serve is over. Ooh, very close to the net on the pass. It'll be point Barry. Called on the reach. Couldn't keep it on the side on the set. 4-4. So we are evened up 4-4. Another strong serve from Hurt. Running the slide. Yeah, that did not go off a blocker. Swung into the net. Rachel Clark on the slide. Nothing doing there. Barry's loss against Trinity was only their second of the year. And it was in sweep fashion. But they're having a good start here. An ace for Andrea Hurt. Off the platform of Caroline Short. Another attempt for the Vikings at the service line. Andrea Hurt trying to go on a run. It's thrown up. Samu making a very deep attack, well beyond the 3-meter line. Big swing from Kruk. Point Barry. Here Kruk is demolishing that. .50 scoring run for the Vikings. Rhodes trying to prevent being boat raced. Samu gets blocked. Good on Maddie Whitehead and Blakely Barnes for coming together to stop a strong Izzy Samu. She caused a lot of problems for the Colonels in their first match here in San Antonio. Timeout Rhodes. Barry has doubled up the Lynx now. A 6-0 scoring run. Barry Huddle was doing something. It was some sort of celebration. I couldn't quite tell what it was. They've come prepared. They got the cowboy hats and the blue bonnets as they enter their position huddles. Head coach for Barry is Caitlin Moriarty. And full of assistant coaches for Barry, Molly Bergen, Rachel Ford, Christina Kopp, and Emily Rapich. And for Rhodes, it is head coach Peter Green with his assistant coach, Kirsten Still. Both sides looking for different things out of this match. You can see Rhodes is hitting well in the negatives, but it's early on. They started last match kind of opposite to how they started this one, where they could not miss, even if they tried. At our first time out at a similar score, they were hitting like 750. They're still hitting over 600 deep into the first set. Needing to figure some things out, Andrea Hurt is definitely putting on the pain right now. Running the slide, but Clark gets dug up. Bump set for Samu. Good swing, but a better dig by Hurt. Kruk gets the tool kill. Kira Kruk. She made her name known near the end of that Trinity match. Kind of got some momentum for herself, had some nice kills. Near the end, though, it was clear that the Tigers were taking the match. But at that point, you get as much momentum for yourself as you can. She's clearly rolled it into this one. No touch service ace for Andrea Hurt. Oh my goodness. She can do no wrong at the service line right now, folks. An 8-0 scoring run for the Vikings. Attempting to bounce back after a tough loss. This is how you respond. Back row attack. Caroline Short, dug up by Hurt. And swing from Kruk, another tool kill. Kira Kruk. Barry is just really having their way right now. Mostly thanks to the player that is serving, Andrea Hurt. Tougher Rhodes to stay in system. Even when they are, they've been either getting blocked or otherwise. Samu ends the nonsense and snaps the 9-0 scoring run for Barry. But the damage has certainly been done. Rhodes has come back from a similar margin in their match against Center. We'll have to dig up that magic again. Whistle blown. Point for Rhodes. They call a touch at the net, I believe. I didn't see a number flashed, which makes me question what I just said, but that's what it seemed like. They definitely blew the whistle before the ball hit the floor. Ace for Rhodes. Maggie Gebhardt. Meg Gebhardt has been a machine for Rhodes this pod, at least. Wow, that was basically a throwdown from Blakely Barnes out the middle. Good kill for her. It's 12-7. Substitution for Barry. Cadence Maxfield back to serve. She's a new face. Didn't see her in the match against Trinity. Maddie Dahl up front for Barry. That completes their double substitution. Put up 4 short. Hurt with a nice dig. Trying to run a back row attack. Just more of a tip, if anything. Another swing off the blocker into the antenna. Maggie Lukemeier showing off her strength. Olivia Wiseman, the junior out of Lafayette, California, serving it up on your screen. Little dribbler off the tape. Kruk swings. A nice dig from Gebhardt. They give it to her from the back row. It's still up, but it can't be saved. Maggie Gebhardt. She has been electric from the back row. And we are going to have a pause and play for a moment. I didn't quite see what happened involving Shelby Harris, number 19. She'll be subbed out for Laura Underwood. Took a tumble, it looked like. She was on the floor. Hope she's okay. Kind of clutching at the back of her head. So perhaps concussion protocol might be put in place. Back set, swing, and a kill for number 12, Maddie Dahl. Very up 13-9. Yeah, we'll hope that Harris is okay. Even if it isn't a concussion, it's always good to get checked if you're clutching at your head. Kruk serve, great reception by Wiseman. Kind of like short. It's a great swing, but better touch up front by Barry. What a dig by Wiseman that time. Back row attack. It hits the floor, but it is Barry point because it goes out. It was just strong off the net. Strong enough to go out after it ricocheted. Another serve from Kruk. Rhodes going to the middle on that quick attack. Free ball for the Lynx. Push, that'll be a kill for Caroline Short. Rhodes still trying to hit above 0 right now. Emma Clark back to serve. She comes on with Isabella Kaczynski. Swing from Underwood, dug up by Wiseman. Back set, big swing, tool kill for Isabella Kaczynski. Rhodes down by 3, looking to make up that deficit. They've cut the lead a little bit, but that's not going to help them. Freebie for Barry on the service error. Double substitution with number 1 coming on. A free substitution with Callie Armstead replacing libero Andrea Hurt. New face in for Barry, Kara Schmidt. Schmidt pops it up for Underwood, her swing, overhead reception. Next swing from short. Point for the Rhodes, they call the touch. Izzy Samu back on the floor. So this is a dangerous rotation for the Lynx. Yeah, really nothing but dangerous offensive rotations with Samu on the floor for one half and Gebhardt on for the other half. First attack by Barry doesn't hit the floor. Samu, strong swing, but a good dig by Hurt. Dump attempt, pick up by Wiseman. Back row attack from Short. It's kept in the air. It's bumped up. Very, very long attack from Kruk. Swing from Katinsky, and that'll be a kill for the Lynx. And these Lynx, they have slowly crawled their way back into this one. Can they claw at this deficit some more? They're only down by 2. The serve from Short. Wow, really good serve. First swing sent back the Vikings' way. That one much closer to the net, off the antenna. Point for the Lynx. They claw another one back. Only down by 1. Barry seemed to be in control early on, but it's slowly slipping away. Another serve for Caroline Short. Running the middle, it's in the net. 15-15. We are all tied up here in San Antonio, Texas. Another great matchup, and what seems to be another exciting match. Barry trying to get something. Call that one in. Kill for Maddie Dahl. Much needed for Barry. Cuts off a 4-0 scoring run for the Lynx. Double substitution. Maddie Whitehead rejoins the fray up front for Barry, while Ava Brevet back to serve. The serve from Brevet. Wow, quick setter to the middle. It's a good option, but picked up by Barry. Next swing is in. Maddie Whitehead with that accuracy just before the back line. So Rhodes, they're slipping a little bit. Brevet is a very good server. Freshman setter out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Bumped up for Samu. Attack doesn't fall. That one will. Whistle's blown before. It'll be point Barry instead of a kill. They called Samu in the net. Timeout Rhodes. So with Barry up by 3, they've had control of the set. There's similar stats. You can see on your screen, 154 to 154 hitting percentages. It's a 3-0 scoring run for Barry. Rhodes looking to kind of get some momentum back out of this timeout. Yeah, Barry's been in control of this first set for the most part. Thought they might lose it after Rhodes caught up, but they immediately surged back into the lead. Trying to have a 1-1 record in conference play. This both of these sides, this is their last match for Saturday at least. They have one more tomorrow. For Barry, it is against Center, and Rhodes still has to play Trinity. This is a fun pod to host. 4 teams: Rhodes College, Barry College, Center College, and Trinity University. Meanwhile, over on the other side of the nation, in Atlanta, Georgia, Oglethorpe, Southwestern, Sewanee, and Millsaps. That is the pod over east of us. So some fun volleyball to start our conference season. First SAA season for Trinity, but these two teams, Barry and Rhodes, know each other very well. Brevet serves us out of the timeout. Back set, the tip doesn't fall, but set back over on 1, so a bit of a free ball for the Lynx. Samu will get an opportunity. Strong swing down the seam. Kill for, nope, not a kill. Official quickly corrects. It is point for Barry. Swung out. And that'll be an ace for Brevet. Wiseman and Short kind of colliding into each other. To update you on what's going on in Atlanta, Sewanee up 2-0 over Millsaps. They're up in set 3 as well. Brove with another super strong serve. Out of system swing is out. Barry looks to be on their way to a strong set 1 victory. Unless Rhodes can pull something together. Oh, dribbler off the net, it falls. Unfortunate for the Lynx. Very fortunate for the Vikings. Bad for them, good for me, as that old storybook goes. Brove, it's another excellent serve. Great job from Katinsky fighting the chairs on the bench, but it'll be a dump kill for the Vikings. They're up 23-15. An 8-0 scoring run for the Vikings. It is still Ava Brove. Back to serve for Barry. Bumped up, attack is made anyways. Strong throw over by Armstead. They push it out to Gebhardt. Kept alive. It's bumped up, likely a free ball. Indeed a free ball for the Lynx. Quick set, sent back the Lynx way, but Barry gets it back on one. Good rally for both sides. Gebhardt. Roll shot doesn't fall. Strong push from Underwood. That one's not going down yet. Katinsky's swing gets dug up. Long back row attack from Kruk. Easy enough to handle for the Lynx. Katinsky gets the waterfall ball kill. 23-16. And the serve from Hope Worley of Rhodes. Wow, quickly going in the middle. Callie Armstead. Whistle was blown before the ball hit the floor. They called Katinsky in the net. So set point for Barry. Potential to end this on a 9-1 scoring run. Serve forces the over, and that's it. Dominance. That is the word for set one. Barry wins it fairly easily, 25-16. Just looking a step ahead of Rhodes at every possible rally. See some replays on your screen of what happened in that first set. Maddie Whitehead with 3 kills and Kira Kruk with 3 kills. Kill leaders for Barry. For Rhodes, Caroline Short has 3 kills. Izzy Samu and Isabel Katinsky both have 2 kills. Barry's swinging better and kind of leading in all those important categories. 4 service aces, better hitting percentage, more kills. They've kept more balls off the ground as well. It was a very, very solid first set for Barry. For Rhodes, not so much. They really need to figure something out. You can see on your screen a little picture-in-picture over what's going on in Atlanta. Solani up 2-0 on Millsaps. We'll see how the University of the South fares in this third set. They're going for the sweep. I mean, I'm not going to brag or anything, but I've liked our matches here in San Antonio. But it's going to be tough in the SAA this year. Every team is pretty solid. Of course, it is still true at this moment that there are no teams in the SAA with a losing record. We'll see if that stays true after today, but one of only 2 conferences who can say that, the other one being the American Southwest Conference. Although for them, they only have 4 teams, and the SAA has 8. Still impressive either way for both sides. And, you know, it's a new era for the SAA with Trinity and Southwestern coming in. Doing this pod play, previously it was home and homes. between sides. But, you know, Trinity and Southwestern is just a bit too far to continue to do that and maintain some sort of fiscal responsibility. So this week they have 2 pods, one in Atlanta and one in San Antonio. Then next week they have the SAA Megapod, where pretty much everyone is there, if I remember correctly. I think everyone does go to Mount Berry to play a bunch of conference matches. The SAA Megapod. So that'll be fun. Then after that, it is more of a home and away travel partner kind of situation, where each team will kind of go to other teams' areas for a weekend trip. Like on one weekend, for example, Berry goes to Millsaps and Rhodes because they're kind of close to each other. They're closest to each other. Then the next weekend, they host Trinity and Southwestern. So if you're a Trinity fan tuning into this match, you'll know that SCAC had travel partners where you got paired with a team to travel with. For Trinity and the SCAC, it was Schreiner. It's up in Kerrville, just up I-10. And obviously in the SAA, it's going to be Southwestern because they're easily the closest team to us. Well, both sides are back on the court. Doesn't look like there's any major changes on either side. Libero's back on. We are set to go for set 2. See how Rhodes bounces back. That was a bit of a lump they took in set 1, that's for sure. They had the lead early on. Looked like they still had the momentum, but it quickly got shut down by the Vikings. Strong attack. It's a tool kill for Katinsky. Sophomore out of Midlothian, Virginia. Another serve for Caroline Short. Rhodes gets the first point of set 2. They got the first point of set 1 as well. Brove. Strong throw. It's kept alive by the Lynx. Wow, Laura Underwood said, yeah, this rally's over. It is 1-1. Center Colonels are watching in front of me, and the Tiger coaching staff watching to my right, both taking notes. Service ace for the Vikings. Eva Brove cannot be stopped behind the service line. It is 2-1. Berry now leads. Another ace. Pocket aces for Eva Brove. Go up 3-1. Of course, center still has to play Berry. And Trinity still has to play Rhodes tomorrow. Center and Trinity cap off day 1 of the San Antonio pod in the SAA. Swing from Samu doesn't fall. Back set, big swing, that'll be a kill just before the back line for Caroline Short. I think the key for Rhodes this time is to not fall too far behind. Kind of what hurt them. Berry went up 10-4 at some point. They never really let go of that lead. That'll be point for Rhodes. Berry just simply could not get it over. The Berry faithful have traveled very well for being across the country, although there's a couple players from Texas. Probably some local family making the trip down to San Antonio. Samu will get the opportunity. Good dig from Underwood. The swing from Maddie Whitehead is a kill. So Berry will take a 1-point advantage. We'll see how long that advantage lasts. Laura Underwood, the senior out of Atlanta, back to serve. And that advantage doesn't last for long. with the service error. Freebie for the Lynx. Luca Prest serving for the Lynx. She comes on alongside Maggie Lukemeyer, who's up front for Rhodes, number 6. Overhead receive, and that's gonna get down. A bit doomed off the first serve receive. As Shelby Harris trying to do the overhead receive, but it was way too low for that to be done comfortably. Kruk swings it, right? It doesn't fall. Bump set for Samu. Izzy Samu gets the kill. Rhodes off to a good start. Up 6-4. That one off the platform of Harris. It'll be a free ball for the Lynx, so a good serve to get them to this point. Samu swings, gets it sent back, and that will be on the antenna. The initial cover, second touch by Samu, just not going the Lynx's way. 6-5, Rhodes still leads. Now Andrea Hurt, she was a big key to why Barry took their initial lead in set 1. Down ball sent over by Samu, but it's too long. 6-6, Barry's tied it up. Rhodes, I'm sure, looking to get Andrea Hurt off the service line as soon as possible. The serve. Great reception by Short. Running the slide, Barry will have to collect. Swing from Kruk down the line, it goes off the net. Barry gets the kill. Kira Kruk, her spike kind of riding the tape a little bit. Oh, Hurt lost the ball. Now she's got it back. Barry with the 1-point advantage. And that was a rainbow to the other side of the court. 7-7 freebie for the Lynx. Meg Gebhardt, it will be her turn to serve for the Lynx. The junior out of Fayetteville, Arkansas. Except the swing will be a kill for Maddie Whitehead. Not the only player from Fayetteville, Meg Gebhardt. As Sophie Snodgrass, also from Fayetteville, Arkansas. Looks like we've reversed the point. I looked down at my paper and I missed it. Apologies. Rhodes is serving. They're up. And that'll be out. Was there a touch? No, there was not. Point for Rhodes. Pushing it, the swing. Dug up. Next attack from Kruk. That'll hit the floor. Very quick to respond. They take the lead again. Or no, they don't take the lead. Our physical scoreboard has not properly adjusted, because they're still saying Barry's up, but I don't believe that's correct. I think Rhodes is up, 9-8. The graphic is correct is the important thing in this equation. Okay, now our scoreboard's correct. And everything was right in the world. I'm sure Caroline Short thinks so, because she gets the kill. 10-8. Rhodes hits double digits first. First attack from Barry on this rally. I think a bit of a miss set. Gebhardt trying to tip it, but much too low a trajectory. It was an easy pushback into no man's land by Barry. 10-9. Center will head back to the locker rooms. See if they come back out or if they've had enough of this match. Strong serve from Kruk. That's an ace. Service ace number 7 for the Vikings. Another strong serve from Kruk, but handled much better by the Lynx this time. First swing, great dig by Hurt. They push it too short. It'll be a tool kill for Caroline Short. Double substitution for the Lynx. It is Isabella Katinsky alongside Emma Clark. Clark will go back to serve. She becomes the setter for the Lynx. That'll be a freebie for Barry. Double substitution on the way for the Vikings. One free, one costing one. Kara Schmidt back to serve, number 1. Callie Armstead takes her place back up front. Serve from Schmidt, overhead receive from Short. Free ball for the Vikings. They're all scrambling to try and get it. Maybe weren't expecting that. Strong push, but it is out. So maybe a bit of an unexpected free ball sent over by Rhodes. I think they were convinced that Gebhardt was going to swing at it, but instead she sent over the free ball, and the Vikings just kind of didn't know what to do with it. That is back-to-back service errors for Rhodes. Another freebie for the Vikings. Unfortunate for Rhodes College. Rhodes coming out of Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis football getting a good win over Arkansas. Much to my dismay, being from the Fayetteville area. Free ball sent over. Pushed the swing. It's covered by Barry. That'll be a kill for Maddie Whitehead. Barry up 13-12. They covered the initial block, but I think they're talking with each other because I'm not sure they needed to cover it. It kind of looked like it was going out. Andrea Hurt wanted to be safe. Push to Samu. Samu swings. Doesn't fall. That is another kill. Excellent cross-court kill from Maddie Whitehead. A serve for Ava Brove. Barry up by 2. It's 14-12. Samu, attack from the 3-meter line. Not falling, and oh my goodness, Maddie Whitehead again. A three-peat of kills for Maddie Whitehead forces the timeout from head coach Green and Rhodes College. They're down by 3 here in the second set, about halfway through. And there's your little picture-in-picture. Oh, we're both in timeouts. Isn't that fun? The battle of the purple powers of the SAA. Looks like Sewanee has a distinct advantage, but Millsaps might force the 4th set. Look to be in a good position right now. Barry in their position huddle, and Rhodes in their player huddle. Coach Green giving some one-on-one advice to Izzy Samu. Samu has kind of been the talk around the SAA. A lot of people respect her game. Always know that they need to look out for her. For Barry, Coach Moriarty said, Izzy is just incredible. they have a bunch of other hitters that do a good job on the links as well. And that Rhodes never plays intimidated. There was a split between these two last year in their regular season series. So Barry trying to get a win. And we're served back into the timeout. First attack picked up by Hurt. Strong swing, Maddie Whitehead again. That is 4 kills in a row. Rhodes got their win against Barry at Barry in 5 sets. Barry took the match in Memphis in a sweep. Freebie for Rhodes. So a 5-0 scoring run comes to an end. Serve from Olivia Wiseman. Brove, wow, that was an excellent set to Armstead. And she cleans it up easily. It's always so nice when you have such a talented young setter like Ava Brove. Tough serve. Attack is gone off by the Lynx, but they can't cover the block. Looks like Barry is pulling away once again. We're up 18-13. Brove, which Moriarty called a stud. She does an incredible job in setting up the hitters for massive success. A lot of encouragement from her teammates. And that'll be a kill off of the platform of Hurt. 18-14. Barry still leading. Biluka pressed back to serve. Maggie Lukemeyer back up front for Rhodes. Also commenting that it has been a while since Barry has had a freshman setter. One of the nice things is that she knows that anyone that she goes out and gets in the recruitment process can come in and compete immediately. Because Barry is that kind of program. They're a national powerhouse, and they're showing off why right here. They are so deep. They put up another kill. It's 19-14, Barry advantage. Andrea Hurt. She serves it, forces the overpass, easily put down. A kill collected by Kira Kruk, the junior out of Naples, Florida. Barry hits 21st. Rhodes pushing it to Samu, a great dig by Hurt. Back row tip, isn't gonna fall. Back row attack from Caroline Short, but another amazing dig. Whistle's blown. Point Lynx. As they call, I believe they called Barnes in the net. Or scratch that, I think they called Whitehead in the net. Apologies. Whitehead makes up for that mistake immediately. It's her 9th kill of the match. Cadence Maxfield, the senior setter out of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Back to serve. She comes on with Maddie Dahl. And she gets an ace immediately. Well, that's interesting. From Green Bay, but on a team whose mascot is the Vikings. It makes you think. Next serve from Maxfield. right to Wiseman, the libero. Oh, strong swing forces the over and then put down by Caroline Short, but they're gonna call point for Barry on the throw. Call it a lift. A reversal of fortune. Barry up 23-15. Cross-court serve is out. Freebie for Rhodes. Although at this point, it is again looking a bit dire for the Lynx. I mean, almost the exact same situation they had themselves in last set. Quickly going in the middle, it is a set point for Barry. Now subbing on for the Vikings, Shelby Harris is traded out for Lura Underwood. Oh, we could have a ditto set. Same scores for both sides. The serve from Kruk. Back set for swing, good touch by Hurt. And that ditto set won't happen because Rhodes will claw back a point, 17-24. Emma Clark and Isabella Katinsky enter the match. Clark back to serve, Katinsky up front. And Rhodes needs to play perfect for a very long time. Good serve near the seam line. Rhodes will get the point. Player in the net. That time it was Maddie Dahl. Set to the middle, and that will be it for set two. Another dominant performance from Barry in this second set. You just have to look at the stats. I mean, there's just one more error, but it's not that bad when you consider all the other stats as a whole. They win the second set, 25-18, so a little improvement for Rhodes, but not what they're looking for. As you watch the highlights on your screen, Barry hitting at 274. 27 kills compared to Rhodes' 16, 8 service aces. Barry has been serving it hot. Something that they've been doing very well. They served strong against Trinity as well. They had 7 service aces in that game. But they just fell behind in other categories. Not a lot of blocks in this match. Rhodes, last match had 11 blocks. This time just one sole block for the Lynx. Barry has 2. Yeah, just kind of been Barry's match through and through. Oh, a little check-in on Atlanta, Georgia at Oglethorpe. It looks like Millsaps did win that third set. It's a fourth set. Millsaps will have to get a reverse sweep if they want to win that match. That would be exciting. Battle for purple supremacy. You know, we talk about the purple powers in Division III football. Not really as true in volleyball. I will say it does look like the national champion conversation is wide open in Division III volleyball, with Juniata losing their 100-something win streak. Really anybody's year this year. I mean, Juniata could also just win it again. I'd be a little surprised if that happened. I mean, it's hard to win 4 championships in a row. The reason why it doesn't happen that often. But hey, you know, anything can happen on any given day. But Barry and Rhodes, they are playing, putting everything out on the court. But right now, Rhodes is just, again, just a step behind really every step of the way. But good on Barry. They've been doing what they need to do. They've looked like the number 15 team in the nation. They kind of looked maybe a little flat against Trinity. A lot of more tipping than maybe I was expecting from the Vikings against the Tigers, and that didn't really set themselves up for that much success. But hey, anything can happen. Rhodes, they're a good team. Although it's a tough ask coming back down 2-0. I mean, just from like a mental standpoint at the beginning, it's so much to imagine when you're on the wrong side of that's like, okay, we gotta win this set, and then the next one, and then the one after that. Well, we'll see what happens. Either way, I'm thankful that you've joined me here in San Antonio. I'm Reed Rosales for the Tiger Network. And even though this match has perhaps been slightly lopsided, it's been fun to call. Because these are some good teams with good players that deserve the best coverage that we can provide. Barry will serve us into it. Ava Brove. Yeah, it doesn't get easier for Rhodes. They have to go against a server that has just been on fire this match. That one's handled very well. Running the slide. Oh, whistle. It's going to be point for the Lynx. Call player in the net. Believe that was Blakely Barnes getting called. Caught in the net. Had an increase in the net calls. Today at least, more than I've seen in a while. Good start for Rhodes. They're fired up. Hope Worley put it down to get the Lynx another point. Another serve from Wiseman. Back set. And that'll be the first kill for Barry in this third set. Maddie Whitehead. Oh my goodness. That is kill number 10 for Maddie Whitehead. Laura Underwood. She's on your screen, serving for Barry. Going to Samu. First attack is blocked, bumped up. Close to the net, Katinsky just tips it over. Maybe a little joust. It's kept on Barry's side. And man, lucky for Barry. No Lynx over there to cover that, and it falls to the floor. Mount Barry, north of Atlanta in Georgia. I believe they're close to Covenant, who is from, I want to say, Lookout Mountain, Georgia. I know those two schools are pretty close. I think Covenant's like on the border of the state, though. Barry not that close to the state's border. Well, they're 15 miles away, but. Point for Rhodes, another player called in the net. I believe once again that was Blakely Barnes. Shelby Harris. Because you don't know, I think Covenant's campus is literally on the northern state line of Georgia, if I'm remembering correctly. Rhodes is up 3-2. Wow. Serve forces the over. And it's put down by Samu. I'll start off with a strong serve from Luca Prest. Rhodes with a 2-point lead. Trying to extend it. Kruk dug up. Big swing from Samu, but it's blocked. Second attempt from short. Back row attack is blocked. But they do get it over to the Vikings side on the cover. Samu, another attempt just to push over this time. Easy enough to handle. The tip falls. Good call out from Maddie Whitehead. Kill number 11 for her. Maddie Whitehead, after a tough match against Trinity, has really sprung to life against Rhodes. Rhodes still up 4-3, and they'll be up by 2 after the freebie given to them. And substitution, Belle Lukemire. I'm assuming twin sister of Maggie Lukemire. Big swing, kept up front. And that'll be down for the kill for Barry. So Bell Lukemeyer's right at the service line doesn't last long. Double substitution for Barry, number 12 and number 13. Number 12 is Maddie Dahl, and number 13 is a new face, Natalie Erickson. Sophomore Austin, Texas. She'll go back to serve. I'm assuming twins for the Lukemeyers because they're both seniors and they're both from Grove City, Ohio, which seems like a dead giveaway to me. Attacking error committed by Rhodes. It is 5-5. Although not every school shows if a student is a graduate student or not, so it's possible that one of them could be a graduate student. If Rhodes offers graduate programs, I'm not sure if they do or not. Freebie for Rhodes, 6-5. That gets Rachel Clark back on the court for the Lynx. Wow, big pop-up serve from Hope Worley. And Callie Armstead kind of muscled the ball through the net, 6-6. We go back and forth in Calgar Gym. Substitution for Barry, Laura Underwood. Up front for the Vikings. It's pushed, the swing from Caroline Short, a great dig by Underwood. And, oh my goodness, almost had a repeat of last match. That spike not into the face of Underwood. Well, not directly at least. Kruk tried to downball it, but ricocheted off the net into Underwood's face. Oh boy, that was close. But good eyes, it's 7-7. Freebie for Barry on the service error. Kara Schmidt to serve for Barry. Cheers from the Barry parents. Bump set, back row attack. But unfortunately for Belle Lukemeyer, swinging into the net. The row chants from the Viking faithful. Bump set, swing from short is in the net. Barry with a 2-point advantage now. Can they continue their roll? Schmidt going through the service routine once again. Back set, the tip over is out. And timeout called by Rhodes. As pretty much every attack that they've had has gone awry in some form or fashion. I think a good timeout to call for Coach Green. Because it's not like the attack ideas are bad by the Lynx. It's just none of them are really falling their way right now. Like, I think a tip was the correct option there. It's just, it wasn't accurate. Take a look over at Atlanta. 11-11, close fourth set between the Tigers and the Majors. Although Sewanee having that 2-1 advantage. Sure, they're happy about that. Much different in this matchup. Barry with the lead, trying to maintain it. They're on a 4-0 scoring run. Maddie Whitehead with 12 kills, hitting .421. She has bounced back massively in this match. Kira Kruk also having a nice match for herself. 8 kills, hitting .353. I think that hitting percentage disparity kind of puts it in perspective, with Barry hitting about 200 points better than the Lynx. They're back underway. Short with the tip. And Barry, there was a lot of Vikings looking at that one. No one going to get it. Good placement by Caroline Short. Putting out the timeout for Rhodes. Definitely what you want. Izzy Samu. She is back on the floor for the Lynx. Set. Oh man, what a kill. What a kill for Maddie Dahl. Double substitution for the Vikings with Maddie Whitehead. She's back up front. And Ava Brove back to serve. Big moment here for the Lynx. Because right now it has been incredibly tough to get Brove off the service line. Short swings, and that will end up on the second floor and into the concession stand. Put some ketchup and mustard on that one. It is Barry 11, Rhodes 9. Serve from Wiseman. Push to Underwood. Great take by Wiseman. Samu swings. It ain't gonna fall just yet. Oh, the tip attempt, it was great. Kill for Maddie Whitehead, kill number 13. Laura Underwood, she's on your screen. Serving for Barry. First attack from Rhodes, doesn't fall. Great dig by Hurt. Rhodes will get another opportunity. Back set for Katinsky. She gets the kill. And back on the floor is Shelby Harris. I think on that last one they might have called a player in the net before the ball hit the floor. Strong serve. Barry's first attack gets sent back their way. That's gonna be tough for Rhodes. It's a free ball for the Vikings. Good opportunity here. Brove back set, the tip picked up. Next swing, that one from Maggie Lukemeyer, not falling. Next attack blocked by the Lynx. Cross court, is it in? It is, says the up official. A kill for Barry. As they go up 13-9. Serve, and it is a freebie for the Lynx. Believe it is 12-9. I think that's the correct score. Our physical scoreboard says 11-13. So we're off by a couple. I always assume stats first, at least. I believe the graphic is correct. Bump set. Swing from Caroline Short. Did it hit the line? Yes, it did. So 12-10 is your score. Callie Armstead makes quick work out of the middle. 13-10. Well, maybe my laptop's internet connection's a little slow because it's taking a second for my sets to update. Graphic seems to be updating quicker. Freebie for the Lynx. Timeout called by Barry. Rhodes not realizing it for a moment. Both sides will go timeout. Maybe this will make us figure out our scoreboard situation. Because the disparity between our on the court scoreboard and our graphic is pretty significant. Because either Rhodes is down by 1, 13-14, and Barry has a couple more points, or Barry is up by 2. I do believe the graphic is correct, for what it's worth. Oh, Sawani has the lead in that 4th set over in Atlanta. They get another point. Sawani, 17-14, trying to get the 4th set victory. Yeah, some exciting volleyball in the SAA today. Always a good, exciting day. First day of conference play. I mean, how could you not be excited? New teams, new faces, and interesting places. It's just fun all around. Okay, now the graphic says 13-10. That's the score I thought it was. Although the on the court scoreboard is holding firm. We'll see who breaks first. Swing from Kruk. Wow, really close bump set near the net, but attack gotten off by the Lynx. Kruk swings again, gets blocked. But a good pickup and cover by Barry. Strong free ball. Not really a free ball at all. Keeps the Lynx out of system, and the attack is too long from short. Point Barry off the attacking error. 14-10. So I'm doing glances back and forth between both scoreboards. And it is not an ace. Incredibly gotten over by the Lynx. Back set. And the swing is out. Unfortunate for Rhodes. That would have been a big momentum shifter if they could have gotten that. But unfortunately, Maggie Lukemeier just swinging out. Another serve coming up from Kruk. Bumped up. And Maggie Lukemeier puts it down that time. Okay, now I am trusting the physical scoreboard a bit more because it seems like perhaps our stats table is maybe playing a little bit of catch up. 16-14, Barry up. That'll be a kill. That is number 12, Maddie Dahl, be credited with that kill. I know the thought is like, oh, it should be easy to keep up. I mean, you're watching the match, but when you rely on the scoreboard, if it ever goes off, you immediately question everything you've just watched. I promise you. Armstead serves it out. It was a good location to serve. Force the Lynx to make a choice. It's a freebie for Rhodes. We get to play the lovely mystery of what's the score. Whose score is it anyways? Oh, wow, that was a close serve. Caroline Short just a tad bit too long on that serve. That was really, really close. That must have been like inches difference between hitting and not hitting that back line. So Barry is up. That is something our scoreboards agree on, is that Barry is in the lead. Back row attack is not set up all too well, so Barry will take advantage of it. Kill for the Vikings. At this point, I am swaying towards our physical scoreboard, so we'll go with Vikings up 19-15 on the Lynx. Push to Samu. Samu gets the kill. Rhodes only down by 3. Barry is up. Serve from Olivia Wiseman is out. Freebie for the Vikings. with how fragile the situation is for Rhodes, not what you want to see. That's for sure. Lura Underwood back to serve for Berry College. Strong swing from Katinsky, but able to get an attack off are the Vikings. Wow, pinballs off a couple players. Unfortunate for Emma Clark. Couldn't quite get a proper free ball sent over because of her own teammate on the ground. Timeout called. There's your stats. I'm really thinking hard, folks, on which scoreboard is right. Oh, hey, we're both in timeout again. Oh, we had a nickel for every time that happened. We'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot. A little odd that it's happened twice. Sewanee up by 1. Millsap's trying to force that lightning round set 5. So either your score on the graphic is correct, 16-14, although I do think the on the floor scoreboard is more accurate. They have it Berry up 21-16. I mean, we're going to find out, because when Berry scores 4 more, or if they score 4 more, I mean, who knows, something weird things can happen. Now we'll find out who's right very quickly. Not the first time we've had something like this happen. But I'll try to keep you as informed as I am. It is Underwood serving it for Berry College. Going to Samu. Samu gets the kill. Rhodes cuts the deficit by just a little bit more. 17-21. Rhodes down by 4. Pushing it, and that is a kill for Kira Kruk. (22-17) Berry up. And I'm going all in on our on the court scoreboard now. Andrea Hurt to serve. It is 22-17 Berry advantage. Going to Samu. Ooh, off the hand, maybe not in the way she intended. But that's going to be a kill. Ripped down the seam line. 2 points away for the sweep for the Vikings. They're coming off being swept, trying to get the sweep of the Lynx. Andrea Hurt really did well in that first set. Got the Vikings a big lead thanks to her serving efforts. Running the slide, it's out. Was there a touch? No, there wasn't. Match point for the Vikings. And the Vikings fans on their feet. Serve from Hurt is in the net. So Rhodes has a little bit more to play. Although it is certainly a dire situation. Now subbing on to serve in place of Izzy Samu is Belle Lukemeier. First time she got sent off the service line after just 1 serve. Up for Rhodes to get back into this one. They need to play perfect. And that's it. Kira Kruk ends it. And the Berry College Vikings sweep the Rhodes College Lynx. Good games go all around. Here's your stats. As they are right now, they are certainly not going to be accurate. You can check the box score after this match is over for more accurate stats. I'll try my best to run you through what I think are the correct totals. I mean, for Berry, Kira Kruk Maddie Whitehead had 14 kills. As the kill leader for the Vikings. Very nice night. Kira Kruk had 9 kills, nearly got into double digits. For Rhodes, it was a pair of players with 7 kills. That looked to be Caroline Short and Izzy Samu. But yeah, good job by Barry for really keeping this Rhodes offense in check. They were excellent against center, and this time they just got shut down 3 sets in a row, really. That is all the volleyball that Barry and Rhodes will play today. Rhodes falls to a record of 7-7. Tomorrow doesn't get any easier for them. They take on Trinity at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. So Lynx fans, be sure to tune in for that. It'll be a great match against the host of this pod. Meanwhile, for Barry, they'll be back in action tomorrow to play the one team they haven't played yet, and that is center. That match will be at 11 a.m. CST, 12 p.m. EST. So tune in for that one, Barry fans. That'll be a good match between last year's conference tournament champions and regular season champions. Meanwhile, for this SAA pod in general, the next match will be Trinity University against Center College at 7 p.m. So we got about an hour before that one starts. So I hope you'll tune in for that one, because it will be another exciting edition of SAA Volleyball. Well, for everybody in the control room, all the camera operators, switchboard operators, replay operators, graphics operators are in the control room working hard to bring you this fantastic coverage. And for Josh Machugemba keeping us on the airwaves for so long, I've been Reed Rosales for the Tiger Network. Join us for Trinity University versus Center College for our last match of SAA Pod Day 1.
Every morning, we rise, ready to meet our human potential, to take that next incremental step, to do the hard work that changes. Set in our preparedness and confidence in that moment when you know, I've got this. And then we rise. Each of us, all of us. We rise as passions coalesce in research, art, athletics, and beyond. We rise to the challenge of inquiry and discovery through undergraduate research and hands-on learning. We rise through the personal attention of a small college fueled by large university resources. We rise to the need for listening across differences, teaching the art and the act of conversation. We rise to the sounds of a vibrant, diverse, and culturally rich city, and we reflect it. At Trinity University, we recognize that you are here because you are ready to rise. And through a love of learning and a life of learning, we will challenge you to always reach beyond the horizon. Because your future awaits.